Namaste students, this is Mr. Naraj Prabhu, Senior Lecturer in Zoology. This episode we are going to discuss about the adrenal gland in class 11. It comes under the chapter number 22, Chemical Coordination and Integration, and this topic much more important in NEET point of view as well as the board examination. In the case of NEET point of view, in biology, 50% of the NEET question directly they are asking from the NCERT books. So adrenal gland we are going to discuss about under the two title. One is NEET points, which consist of NCERT book concept, as well as golden point, which consists of NEET level. First, let us discuss the location of adrenal gland. Our body has a pair of adrenal gland, one at anterior part of the each kidney, anterior part of each kidney. Our body have a pair of kidney. On the kidney, the adrenal glands are present. So hence is called adrenal gland. Ad, the meaning of adrenal gland, ad means above. Renal, that means kidney. Hence it's called adrenal gland because it is present anterior part of the kidney. So it is termed as an adrenal gland. Just I will draw the diagram so that you can easily understand where it is present. See, this is one kidney. We have a pair of kidney in the pelvic region, hip region, right side one, left side one. Technically we can call it as a lateral side. See, this is a kidney, this is a posterior part, this is an anterior part, this is ureter. In the anterior part of the kidney there is a thin layer of fatty layers are present. Above the anterior part, a triangle shaped structures, that is termed as adrenal gland. So the location of the adrenal gland, a pair of adrenal gland, our body have a pair of adrenal gland which is located anterior part of the each kidney. So kidney, anterior part of the each kidney, the adrenal gland located. Ad means above, renal means kidney, so adrenal gland. The adrenal gland have another term also, that is called suprarenal gland. Just I will show that entire body, our total body consists of various endocrine gland. In that, where the adrenal gland present, just I will show it. See the location of adrenal gland. It is located above the kidney. A pair of kidney present in the hip region, abdominal region, the lateral side, right and left side. Now I hope you might have understand where our adrenal gland present in our body, in the hip region, technically called pelvic region, above the kidney. Now let us discuss about structure of adrenal gland. As I said already, it's a triangle shape. If we take a cross section, LS, it shows like this. The adrenal gland composed of two type of tissues. The outside tissue, what I have lined now, the outermost layer of tissue is termed as cortex. The outermost tissue have two types of tissue. The adrenal gland composed of two type of tissues. Centrally located tissue termed as adrenal medulla. Outside tissue termed as adrenal cortex. Then let me go to that next part. Hormones secreted by adrenal gland. First let us discuss about adrenal medulla hormone. Adrenal medulla secrete two hormones. Number one, adrenaline. Number 2, noradrenaline. Adrenaline, noradrenaline. The adrenaline have another term that is termed as epinephrine. The noradrenaline, otherwise called norepinephrine. These two hormones, adrenaline, noradrenaline, otherwise epinephrine, norepinephrine, together called catecholamine. Catecholamine. It's much more important terms for the need point of view. This adrenaline and noradrenaline, commonly called catecholamine, it secrete whenever we get stress. During stressful situation, when our body faces the stressful situation, otherwise if we met with an emergency situation, the catecholamine hormone, in response to stress and emergency, the catecholamine hormone secrete excess level. Hence, this hormone is termed as emergency hormones. It is termed as emergency hormones. Because at the time of emergency, when our body faces the emergency situation or stressful situation, the catecholamine hormone secreted excess amount from the adrenal medulla. Hence, it is termed as emergency hormones. Let us discuss the function of emergency hormone now. See, this hormone, otherwise called 3F hormones. 3F, that means the first F means for flight. Hormones for flight. Second F means for fright. Third F means for fight. So the flight, fright, fight. That meaning during emergency situation, when we meet the stressful or emergency situation, whether we will face that problem to fight against that, otherwise we will fear. That means fight. Otherwise we go away from that particular place. For every response is due to adrenal medulla hormone catecholamine. Hence, the catecholamine are called as 3F hormone. Hormone for flight, hormone for fright, hormone for fight. So, let me conclude it. The location of adrenal gland. Our body has one pair of adrenal gland. One at anterior part of the kidney. Adrenal gland present in the anterior part of the kidney. And structurally, it have two type of tissue. The gland composed of two type of tissues. One is outermost part adrenal cortex, centrally located adrenal medulla. The hormones secreted by adrenal gland. Adrenal cortex secretes some hormones. Adrenal medulla secretes some hormones. The adrenal medulla secrete two hormones. One is adrenaline, noradrenaline. Second one is noradrenaline. Adrenaline, otherwise called epinephrine. Noradrenaline, otherwise called norepinephrine. Both the hormone together called catecholamine. During stressful emergency situation, the catecholamine secrete more. So, the adrenaline, noradrenaline, commonly called emergency hormone, otherwise 3F hormones. Let me come to the functions of catecholamine hormones. So, let us discuss the adrenaline, noradrenaline, commonly called catecholamine function. It's much more important in the need point of view. Number 1, the first function. This hormone increases the alertness. Because this hormone is termed as emergency hormone. So during emergency situation, automatically your body is alert. And number 2, it increases the pupillary dilation. Pupillary dilation means increase the eyeball size. So increase the eyeball size. In the middle of the eyeball, there is a small hole termed as pupil, through which the light enter. So it increase the dilation. Dilation means extend. It increase the dilation of pupil. Increase the eyeball size. Just to imagine when we face the stressful situation or an emergency condition, and it responsible for piloerection. Piloerection means the hairs, the small hairs which is present on our body and all. See, such a type of hairs and all, immediately it raises. The hairs stand on end. The raising of hairs. Increase the sweating and increase the heartbeat rate and increase the contraction of heart, contraction, and increase the rate of breathing, rate of respiration. These and all response when we face the emergency situation. It make our body alertness, pupillary dilation, increase the eyeball size, dilation of eyeball size, piloerection, that means the hairs of the body become rising, increase the sweating, increase the heartbeat rate, and increase the strength of contraction, heart contraction, increase the rate of respiration. And also the catecholamine function is much more important function. It break down the glycogen into glucose, and that glucose enter into blood. So what is glycogen? Usually if you take the carbohydrate food such as rice, idli, the food item made from the rice, it contain carbohydrate, maybe starch, complex carbohydrate or simple carbohydrate. At the time of digestion, the complex carbohydrate break down into glucose. That glucose only providing ATP, energy for our body. That glucose, it enter into blood. From the blood enter into cell. Within the cell, with the help of oxygen, it break down and produce the ATP. But sometimes if we take the excess of glucose, that glucose convert into glycogen. It is stored in the liver, otherwise adipose tissue. Either it's stored in liver or adipose tissue. But this is excess amount of glucose convert into glycogen stored in the liver and adipose tissues. At the time of emergency situation, we need excess amount of glucose. We need excess amount of energy. Because increase the heartbeat rate, increase the sweating, increase the rate of breathing, respiration. For that purpose, from the liver and the adipose tissue, the glycogen break down into glucose. That glucose enter into blood. So that what will be happen in the blood, the blood glucose level increases. And also it responsible for breakdown of lipids. That is commonly called lipolysis. And also it responsible for breakdown of protein. These are all the functions of catecholamine. Catecholamine commonly called emergency hormone. So when we face the emergency situation, it make our body alert. It dilate the pupil. It responsible for piloerection. The meaning of piloerection, that means the raising of hairs, increase the sweating, increase the heartbeat rate, increase the strength of contraction of heart, and increase the rate of respiration. It break down the glycogen into glucose, so the blood glucose level increases. It responsible for breakdown of lipid and breakdown of protein. Now let us discuss about adrenal cortex hormones. Before going to discuss, we must know the adrenal cortex that we discussed already. The adrenal outermost tissue called adrenal cortex, the centrally located tissue termed as adrenal medulla. The adrenal cortex have a three layers. The adrenal cortex divided into three layers, which I mentioned in the pink color. The outermost zone is termed as zona glomerulosa. The middle one, see, it is mentioned as a blue color, that is called zona fasciculata. It's a middle layer. Innermost one is termed as zona reticularis. It's a innermost one. So outermost one, zona glomerulosa. Middle one, zona fasciculata. Innermost one, zona reticularis. So outer, zona glomerulosa. Middle, zona fasciculata. Inner, zona means layer, zona reticularis. From that, some questions need point of view they may possible to ask. They may change the order. They may possible to ask. For your easy remembrance, just you think that a beautiful girl face, the face of the girl having many layers of powder or many cosmetics layers, so that look the girl's face look more glamour. So this is the outermost layer of that girl for only remembrance purpose only. So termed as a glomerulosa for easy remembrance. If you remove that makeup part and all, the real face will come. That is the middle part, zona fasciculata. Face, it consists of outermost layer only skin. If you remove the skin, the blood may come. No, that is reticularis. The actual meaning of reticles means blood vessels. In such a way, you can remember it. Outer zona glomerulosa, middle zona fasciculata, inner zona reticularis. Now let us go to the hormones of adrenal cortex. Actually, adrenal cortex secrete many hormones, lot of hormones. Out of many hormones, we can divide into those hormones into two categories. Some of the hormone responsible for carbohydrate metabolism. The adrenal cortex secrete lot of hormones. Among the lot of hormones, some hormone responsible for carbohydrate metabolism. Those hormones are called glucocorticoids. glucocorticoids. Which hormones responsible for carbohydrate metabolism? Those hormones are called glucocorticoid. In our body, the main glucocorticoid, remember that in our body, because glucocorticoid is a lot of hormones, the main glucocorticoid in our body is cortisol. It's cortisol. It's the main glucocorticoid. Other group, some groups responsible for carbohydrate metabolism, other group is responsible for regulate the water balance in our body and electrolyte balance in our body. So which hormones responsible for what regulate the water balance, regulate the electrolyte balance? Those hormones termed as mineralocorticoids. The main mineralocorticoids in our body is termed as aldosterone. I will repeat again. The adrenal cortex secrete lot of hormones, many hormones. The many hormones commonly called corticoids. How the adrenal medulla hormone commonly called catecholamine. Likewise, the adrenal cortex layer secreting hormones commonly called corticoid. Among the corticoid, some responsible for carbohydrate metabolism, those are called glucocorticoids. The main glucocorticoids in our body, cortisol. Among the corticoid, which hormone responsible for regulate the water and electrolyte function, those are called mineralocorticoids. The main mineralocorticoid is the aldosterone. Now we are going to discuss about hormonal functions, adrenal gland hormonal functions. We already discussed about the adrenal gland secrete glucocorticoid hormones. First, let us discuss the function of glucocorticoid hormones. Glucocorticoid hormones are the group of hormones which are responsible for carbohydrate metabolism secreted by cortex region of the adrenal gland. That already we have discussed. Let's come to the function of glucocorticoid. Glucocorticoid stimulate three important metabolism. Number one, gluconeogenesis. Stimulate the gluconeogenesis, and it stimulate the lipolysis, and it stimulate the proteolysis. The meaning of gluconeogenesis. Genesis, that means synthesis. Gluco means glucose. That meaning of gluconeogenesis, synthesis of glucose from non-carbohydrate source. That is called gluconeogenesis, synthesis of glucose from non-carbohydrate sources. Lipolysis means breakdown of lipid. Proteolysis means breakdown of protein. And second function of glucocorticoid. Glucocorticoid is a group of hormones secreted by adrenal cortex. The main glucocorticoid is a cortisol. The cortisol main function, it maintain the cardiovascular function. Cardio means heart, vascular blood vessel. So especially it maintain the heart function and kidney function. Cardiovascular function and kidney function. Then another important role of the the glucocorticoid, cortisol. Number 3. The cortisol responsible for, or it produce anti-inflammatory reactions. The meaning of inflammatory reaction, first let us discuss. See, some part of our body, for example, this is a hand region. Some part of our body, it may hit with some sharp object, otherwise we may fall down. The part of the body which hit to the object, that part become bulged. Inflammation means bulged, and that part become redness and got pain. Inside the bulged part, all the immune product become accumulate. It produce immune response. All the immune product accumulated here. Why? Because whenever we hit a sharp object or some, if we fall down in that layer, where we hit that layer become damaged. Through the damaged layer, the pathogen possibles to enter. It causes the infection. In order to prevent, our immune system produce the inflammatory reaction, but the cortisol produce anti-inflammatory reaction. That means it prevent the formation of inflammatory reaction. That means hence the inflammatory reaction produced due to immune function. The anti-inflammatory reaction produced by cortisol, hence the cortisol suppress the immune function. It suppresses the immune function. Then next important one, the cortisol responsible for RBC, red blood corpuscle production. The blood corpuscles, all the blood cells, WBC cell, RBC cell, and all produced from the bone marrow. That process is called the formation of blood cell from the bone marrow. So the cortisol responsible for production of red blood corpuscle. The process is called hematopoiesis. Another important function, not only cortisol, the total glucocorticoid responsible for inhibit one metabolism. It inhibit means prevent. It prevent the cellular uptake and utilization. Utilization means uses. Cellular uptake means the cell take the amino acid. The cell utilize the amino acid. That process it prevent. So cellular uptake and cellular utilization of amino acid. We repeat the functions of glucocorticoid. Glucocorticoid stimulate the gluconeogenesis. That means synthesis of glucose from non-carbohydrate sources. It stimulates the lipolysis, lipid breakdown, fat breakdown. Together both are commonly called lipolysis. Proteolysis means breakdown of protein. Cortisol maintain the cardiovascular function. Cardio means heart, because the heart made up of cardiac muscles. Vascular means blood vessel. So it mentions the heart function as well as kidney function. Then cortisol produce the anti-inflammatory reactions. Hence it suppress the immune function. It suppress the immune function. Because of it suppress the immune function, they are giving treatment to the patient as a cortisol injection to the patient who have heart transplantation surgery or any other organ transplantation surgery. The cortisol injection they are giving as a treatment in order to suppress the immunity. If the immunity is present during transplantation surgery, it causes rejection reaction that we have discussed in immunology part detailedly. Cortisol responsible for RBC production. The RBC, WBC, all the blood cells produced from the bone marrow, the process is called hematopoiesis. It inhibits, the glucocorticoid inhibit the cellular uptake and utilization of amino acid. It does not take the amino acid from the blood to cell. Within the cell also does not allow to utilized. So total amount of amino acid present inside the blood itself. Let me go for the next hormone function. Mineralocorticoid functions. Mineralocorticoid are the group of hormones secreted by adrenal cortex which responsible for maintain the water and electrolyte balance. The main mineralocorticoid is aldosterone. Aldosterone is a main mineralocorticoid. This aldosterone act on renal tubules. It act on renal tubules. What is renal tubule? Kidney made up of millions of nephrons. The nephrons made up of many parts. The first what I drawn there, this part is a Bowman capsule. Bowman capsule. From the Bowman capsule, a short tube arises which is highly coiled. That is called proximal convolutor tubule, PCT. From the PCT, a hairpin looped structure arises. That hairpin looped structure is termed as Henle's loop. Henle's loop. Then from there, it forms a highly coiled tube that is called distal convolutor tubule, TCT. The distal convolutor tubules of all the nephron connected to collecting duct. This is collecting duct. This one you might have learned from your lower class. From the PCT, proximal convolutor tubule to collecting duct, this part is termed as renal tubule. The aldosterone hormone act on the renal tubules. Inside the renal tubules, the main function of the nephron is filter the waste material from our blood. So when the filtrate is travel inside the renal tubules, from the filtrate it absorb the two important things, water and sodium ion. It excrete. Remove means from the blood it remove the two important ions, potassium and phosphate ion. So the main function of aldosterone, it act on the renal tubules. While it act on the renal tubules, it reabsorb water and sodium ion. It excrete potassium and phosphate ion, so that it helps for maintain the water electrolyte, body fluid volume. Body fluid volume, our body made up of many body fluid. Main body fluid, blood. That means it maintain the blood volume, and also it maintain the osmotic pressure. Then it maintain the blood pressure by doing the reabsorption of water and sodium, excretion of potassium and phosphate ions. It maintain the water balance, electrolyte balance, body fluid volume, osmotic pressure and blood pressure. You know the blood pressure. What is osmotic pressure? See, our body made up of many small quantity of solvent and solution separated by semi-permeable membrane in many places. Let us take an example of cells. There are two cells I have drawn. Inside the cell, you know the fluid which is present, that is called cytoplasm. In between the two cells, there is a space. That space is termed as intercellular space. That intercellular space also have some fluid, that is intercellular fluid. See here, cytoplasm is a fluid which is present inside the cell. Intercellular fluid which is present outside the cell. The both fluid separated by semi-permeable membrane. Such a type of arrangement possible for the transfer of fluid from higher concentration to lower concentration. That process is called osmosis. But if it is happen, if the movement of molecule from here to here, or if the pressure more from here, what will be happen? The cell will shrink. Inside the cytoplasm, if the pressure higher than this pressure, ICF pressure, ICF means intercellular fluid pressure, less than the cytoplasm pressure, what will be happen? The cell become bulged. But that and all prevented. The osmotic pressure is maintained by aldosterone. This is much more important. Then the small quantity of, in addition to the cortex secreted two important hormones, that is glucocorticoid, mineralocorticoid. In addition to that, small quantities, the small amount of androgen, androgenic steroid. Androgen is a male sex hormone, generally male sex hormones, but small quantity of androgen secreted by adrenal cortex, whether it is a male or female. That androgenic steroid, which is responsible for hair growth in various parts of the body, especially face, axis means under the armpit, below the arm. Consider this arm, this neck region, this arm region. So below the arm region, the hair growth, that is called axial part, and pubis. Pubis is a external genitalia of female reproductive system. So the small quantity of androgenic steroid which is secreted from the adrenal cortex responsible for hair growth in face, axis, pubis during puberty. So I will repeat again the function of mineralocorticoid. The main mineralocorticoid is aldosterone. Aldosterone act on renal tubules, and it responsible for absorption of water and sodium, excretion of phosphate and potassium ion, so that it maintain the water electrolyte, body fluid volume, osmotic pressure and blood pressure. Small quantity of androgenic steroid also secreted from the adrenal cortex, which is responsible for hair growth in the face, axial and pubic part during puberty. That's all about the adrenal gland neat point in NCERT level. In adrenal gland part 2, we will discuss as a golden point. That golden point in NEAT level. This is a part 1 NEAT point in NCERT concept level. Golden point we will discuss in NEAT level concept, which are extracted from various higher standard NEAT biology book. Thank you.